Hi, I'm Karen, and I do not insist on speaking to the manager because I am the manager and I am the CEO of my reality, and so are you. So that you know. Okay, I wanted to make a video about manifestation, love assumption, and explaining the basics of manifestation because when you have somebody and you want to explain what you're doing or what manifestation is and what love assumption is and all those things, it's not so like easy, or it is easy to explain, but it's not like the most daily thing. So I just want to go back to the basics, and I do not have anything prepared, so it just go with the flow. We'll see what happens. Okay, so um what is manifestation? The basics. So you have something, no, you don't have something, you want something, so there's a desire in your life. Like, for example, you want more money, or you want a good relationship, or you want better health, or whatever it is. There's something in your life that you do not have and that you want, so you want to manifest it. You want to manifest $1 million. You want to manifest that specific person. You want, and that means that if you say, like, I want to manifest, that means that you want this thing in your life, that you want to have it. So you go into manifestation. What is manifestation? How can you make this happen? So that's what manifesting is. And how to do it. What you need to know is the way you manifest is so simple, actually. You've been doing it your whole life. You manifest things into your life based on what you believe. I'm just gonna change the lighting because it's too bright again. Sorry. I always think that it's not too bright, but it's. Hope you can still see me. Okay, so you want to manifest something in your life, you do it based on what you believe, what you assume, and the person and the identity that you're being. So, how do you manifest? Love attraction, love assumption, love mirroring, love reflection. It's all kind of the same. So, let me explain. Love attraction means that if you want to manifest something, you need to become the person and vibrate at the frequency as the person that already has it. Law of attraction means you attract who you are. You attract like attracts like. So if you want to attract a certain car in your life, you need to visualize and feel and vibrate at the frequency of the person that already has that car, and like you're like thinking about driving that car and how good it feels. And law of attraction is like based on the good feeling and high vibration and vibrating at the frequency as if you're already having it. Then you have law of assumption, which is kind of basically the same, but law of assumption is more like you also have to be the person that already has her desire, already has the dream car, already has the money. You have to become that identity and live in the end result of already having it. Love assumption actually means mostly that what you assume is going to happen will happen. What you assume to be true is going to be true. What you assume is happening in your life, what you assume, anything you assume is what will be reflected back at you. If you assume that you always have to work hard for money, then you will always have to work hard for money. If you start assuming that money can just suddenly turn up and be in your bank account, then that's what will happen without you having to do anything. If you start assuming, you can like test this. Like if you have like basic thoughts and assumptions, like law of assumption is your thoughts, your beliefs, your expectations, everything that you think about, that you assume, that you expect, that you believe is what's going to be reflected back at you. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, now that I'm saying believe, I'm reflecting, I also want to talk about law of reflection, law of mirroring, law of belief. It's all like kind of the same thing. Law of belief, it means that what you believe, what you assume is what's going to be reflected back at you. Law of reflection, it is going to be reflected back at you. Law of mirroring is like when you look, like the outside world is your mirror and you are looking into the mirror and you are getting a reflection based on what you send out. And what you send out is thoughts, beliefs, assumptions, fears, expectations, feelings, identity, assumptions. So let me explain. For those who don't know anything about it, your outside world, so everything that you see, everything that's outside of you and that's not in your mind, is actually an illusion. So your outside world is an illusion and is only based on your mind, your imagination, your consciousness, actually. So whatever you imagine, whatever you assume to be true, everything that happens inside your mind, inside your consciousness, your beliefs, your thoughts, your fears, your expectations, is what is going to show up in the outside world. You can best see this as and understand as when you are born into this world, you grow up with certain beliefs. For example, the belief that you're bad beliefs, that you're not good enough, or that you don't deserve love, or that all men are abusive, or so you grow up and you get into these relationships where you've only seen bad things happen. So you constantly reinforce the belief that I'm not good enough, men only use me, I will never be loved, and you will keep reinforcing these beliefs. And the more you believe this, the more you will attract relationships where this is going to happen, where you feel I am not loved, where you feel like I am not deserving of love. But it's the same thing with, for example, money. If you grow up in an environment and with family that is very poor and has to work very hard for money and is constantly in debt, you learn that it's so hard to earn money or to keep money, and that money is just very hard to attain and keep. And you grow up and these beliefs are being reinforced, and when you get older, you feel like you're like stuck into this loop where you really have to work hard for money and relationships and badly, and that's what your outside world looks like. Those are negative beliefs that keep being reinforced, and that's what your outside world is like right now. It's like you're stuck in this world, this narrow world, or this constant loop where everything constantly the same is happening. And that is because that is a belief that you created. The belief about money, the belief about relationships, the belief about yourself, that keeps reflecting back at you. So when you want to, for example, attract a different kind of relationship, or when you want to attract money, you have to start changing your beliefs around it. And that, for example, can be like, you know what, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be like that I really have to work hard for money and that I always have debt. What if I do have enough money without really having to work for it? What if there are men out there that do love me and that can show me love? What if I am good enough? What if I do deserve love? And like when you start learning new beliefs and you keep repeating it and you keep thinking it and you keep opening yourself up for this new kind of reality, this new kind of world, then that will be started reflected back at you, and you will get out of that loop where you've been in for your whole life, and you will start realizing that the outside world is just reflecting back your thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. And no, these are like huge things and big things, but it's also like small things. Like, for example, if you go to a restaurant and like, oh my god, I've heard that like the food is really bad here, and you already assume that the food is going to be bad, then the food will be bad probably. But also the opposite is true. If you like start thinking like, I heard that food was really good here and I'm like really looking forward to it, it's gonna be such a great meal, then that's what will happen. If you assume that you will be stuck in traffic, then you will probably be stuck in traffic. And that's how you kind of like build your entire outside world with all these small and big assumptions. And something important that I was already talking about is that the outside world, the 3D, is an illusion. It is a projection of your conscious like and subconscious mind. It's a projection of your own beliefs and imagination. It is like when you are sleeping and you dream, you are just in your bed, you're just laying there, but you're in a different world. The outside world that you're in is like whatever you dream about. It can be weird things sometimes, but you're actually just in your bed. And in daily life, it's actually the same. You're like in this outside world, but it is created from your mind and it's projected outside of you. Um, yeah. So the imagination is actually the real world, and the 3D is actually the video game that you're playing, the movie that you scripted for yourself. And to take it even further, like for me, the basis, the basic thing of love, assumption, manifestation, just reality creation, and the whole secret itself is, it's not a secret, but like the whole, how do you say, foundation, groundwork, base, I don't know, is that you are a part of God, the universe. You're a part of the universe, a part of God. And you can see God as the ocean and you as a drop of the ocean. And you get incarnated into this, for me, I'm Karen, into this person. And the reason why you get incarnated and as a person is because God wants to start to experience certain things. And like it's like you get incarnated here and like what is she going to want to experience and what can I give her, and what will be like. It's like you've always been a soul and consciousness, you've never been in the flesh. And like, okay, you have past lives and stuff, and which is all happening at the same time, but you want to be in the flesh to experience certain things. And every time you have a desire, it's like you're telling God like, oh my god, I really want to experience this, and God's like, okay, let's do this. And then you can experience this as somebody in the flesh and not just pure consciousness, because that's what it's all about. And we think that the outside world is something we just get lost in, and we just are like it has power over us and we don't have power over it. We just get lost in the outside world like it's the real world. It's like stepping into the mirror and being lost in the mirror world. And you really have to like step out of the mirror again, step out of the outside world, and remind yourself that it's not the outside world or the 3D that is telling you what life is like or what is true or what is real. No, it's you that says what is real. And that's why I named this channel The Reality CEO, because you decide what your reality is like. And God is like, okay, let's do this. Everything that you want to experience, okay, let's do this. Everything that you think, that you assume, that you believe, God's like, yes, you're right, let's do this. It's like, if you don't want to see it like God or universe, see it as, I really love this analogy from the channel The Power of I Am from Eric. He uses the blind man perspective, like a Mickey Mouse wizard that's next to you, and it only hears you, like God only hears you, and you tell it like, oh my God, I have so much money. And the wizard is like, oh my God, you have so much money. Or if you want more money, you have to start living and telling reality like, I have more money. Like, can you like still see where I'm going? Because I feel like I'm completely rambling and like all these things that are coming up. But again, if you want reality to be, you decide what reality is like. You tell God like, hey, this. If you see something in the outside world that you do not like, you do not be like, oh my God, shit, this is happening. Oh no, this is not what I want. Oh no, this is my fate. No. You just do not react to the 3D world. Like if you have a very big bill to pay and it's so much money, you're like, oh my God, I don't have money anymore and I lost all my money. No. You just like do not react to it and you say, I have so much money. I just got a check from $100,000. I don't know. But you tell reality what it is like. You do not live in the outside world and be like, oh my God, I had to pay so much money. Now I'm broke. Or, oh my God, this person treated me so badly. He's a narcissist. Everything that's coming out of your mind, that wizard is like, okay, that's what reality is like. That's what reality is like. That's what your reality is like. So do not say these things. Do not act like, react or say, okay, this is what it is. Because then this is what reality is going to be like. You say, this person treats me amazingly. Even though he treats you like shit. This person treats me amazingly. Because when you keep saying this and you don't react to the 3D, which is illusion, and you just stay in your imagination, and that wizard's like, only following your imagination is like creating more of it. So if you keep imagining and saying how amazing that person is, and that person will become amazing. If you keep saying like, oh my God, when you get that bill, you, oh my God, I love spending money because I have so much money. Oh my God, it's amazing how much money I have. A wizard is like, oh my God, she has so much money. Yes, let's give her more money. That's her reality. That's what her reality is like, because she just told me what her reality is like, and I'm gonna create more of it. So you decide what your reality is like. If you see something in your reality that you do not like, you do not give it any attention and you focus on what you do want it to be like, and you go into your imagination and you revise the whole situation like, this is what my reality is actually like. And the 3D has no power over you. And the more you do that in imagination and you affirm this, the more your outside world will start looking like that. So that is manifestation. That is what it's all about. And it's actually, I think, very spiritual, it's the core of life. It is a way of life. It is everything. It is you deciding what reality is like, and you being incarnated here, and God wanting to experience you as me, as Karen. Yeah, and waking up that it is you that is creating your reality. It is you that is, creating a reality. So wake up and don't fall for the outside world. It has no power over you. The power is within you, in your mind, in your imagination, in your beliefs, and your affirmations. And that wizard next to you, that Mickey Mouse wizard, will make it happen. Okay, I hope this was a bit an explanation of what all love assumption and love attraction and manifestation is all about, and getting really to the core of it. Yeah, there's probably so much more to say, but I'm just gonna leave it like this because I really hope I put record on my phone because I'm doubting it right now. And then I like talked about all this shit for nothing. But anyway, I hope it's on there and that you can all see it, and have a great day. Bye.